Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like up. Roman Reigns has admitted to a heartbreaking reality for himself in WWE. He's no longer part of the locker room. Reigns had one of the best runs in history over the last 5 years, where he held the WWE title for almost 4 years. Now that he's back after having lost his title, he's had to battle for his title as the Tribal Chief and has gone after the top title only to lose his chance in the Royal Rumble. Now, the star's seriously injured and may be out for the foreseeable future. However, before the Rumble, talking to No Contest Wrestling, Roman Reigns admitted a big regret he had was not being in the locker room with the rest of the stars anymore. He said that he missed having that bond with the rest of the stars, but he had to pick between being the superstar or one of the boys, and he had chosen business. He added that, with the exception of his family, he missed being among the stars and being the locker room leader to guide the different stars. Roman Reigns suffered quite an injury after he was eliminated from the Royal Rumble. He was eliminated along with Seth Rollins, and the latter, quite furious, went on to hit 2 stomps on the back of Reigns' head on the outside, including one on the steel steps. WWE announced that he was going to be out of action for the foreseeable future at this time. In the ever-evolving world of professional wrestling, where larger-than-life personas often blur the lines between reality and entertainment, one name has become synonymous with dominance, resilience, and unmatched strength: Roman Reigns. The Tribal Chief, the head of the table, and the Universal Champion have all been titles Reigns has worn with pride, and for years he was at the center of WWE's narrative, carrying its heavy load. But now, as the years have gone by, a new reality has set in, one that fans and superstars alike must reckon with. Roman Reigns is no longer a part of the WWE locker room. This development, while not entirely surprising in the context of Reigns' immense personal journey, has come with an air of sadness and inevitability. For the WWE Universe, the heart-wrenching reality is that the star who once captivated millions with his unmatched presence and in-ring ability has now moved beyond the world he helped shape. To say that this shift marks the end of an era would be an understatement. Reigns' absence leaves a hole not just in WWE's roster, but in the hearts of fans who followed his every move, his every storyline, and his every victory. Roman Reigns, born Lady Joseph Anoa'i, was always destined for greatness. His lineage alone set him apart, part of the esteemed Anoa'i family, a dynasty that boasts legendary names like The Rock, Rikishi, and Umaga. Yet, despite the immense shadow of his family's legacy, Reigns carved out his own path in the industry. From his debut as part of the Shield to his solo career as the Big Dog and eventually the Tribal Chief, Reigns defined eras in professional wrestling. His ascension to the top of the WWE mountain was inevitable, but no one could have predicted just how important his role would become both inside and outside the ring. For much of his career, Reigns' portrayal as the company's top babyface was met with mixed reactions. His talent and physique were undeniable, but his connection to the crowd was often strained, a feeling that led to his controversial pushes in the main event scene. However, it was in 2020, during a time when the world was in the midst of a pandemic, that Reigns would reinvent himself. After taking a break due to concerns over COVID-19, Reigns returned with a new character, darker, more complex, and infinitely more compelling. The Tribal Chief was born. With his new persona, Reigns commanded respect both in the ring and backstage. He wasn't just the face of WWE, he became the gatekeeper. His reign as Universal Champion stretched for over 2 years, a testament to both his skill and WWE's belief in him as the centerpiece of the company. Fans rallied behind his dominance, and even those who once criticized him found themselves won over by his captivating performances, his emotional promos, and his role as the leader of the bloodline. Roman Reigns wasn't just a champion, he was the very embodiment of WWE itself. But as with all things in life, change is inevitable. No matter how much fans yearn for Reigns' continued dominance in the company, the man behind the persona had his own personal battles to fight. In recent months, whispers had begun circulating that Roman Reigns might be stepping away from the company. taking time off to focus on family and other personal endeavors. Reigns had always been a family man, deeply connected to his roots and his people. His role as the tribal chief was more than just a gimmick. It was a representation of his real-life bond to his heritage and his commitment to his family's legacy. As the months went on, these whispers turned into a painful truth. Roman Reigns was no longer part of the WWE locker room. It wasn't an abrupt departure, nor was it without warning. But for the fans who had watched him grow and evolve, it still felt like a gut punch. The man who had once stood at the helm of WWE's top storylines, now standing at a crossroads in his life, was no longer a fixture of the company that made him a global superstar. The decision wasn't made in haste. According to sources close to Reigns, the shift was primarily a personal one, with family playing a central role. Reigns has spoken in interviews about the importance of his loved ones and how they influenced many of his decisions. But what truly made this change so heart-wrenching was not just the loss of a star athlete. It was the loss of a connection to the WWE fans who had followed him for over a decade. They had witnessed his struggles, his triumphs, and his personal journey through his battles with leukemia. Reigns had become not just a symbol of strength, but also one of perseverance. Now, without him in the locker room, a sense of uncertainty looms over the WWE universe. Who can step up to fill the void left by the tribal chief? The WWE roster, stacked with talent, will undoubtedly continue to churn out thrilling matches, but it won't be the same without Reigns' undeniable presence. His absence will leave a ripple effect throughout WWE, not just in terms of his in-ring performances, but also in his mentorship role behind the scenes. Reigns was more than just a champion. He was a leader, guiding the next generation of superstars in both personal and professional growth. His departure leaves a mentorship gap that could take years to fill. WWE's creative team will undoubtedly face new challenges without the tribal chief to lead the charge. Roman Reigns was, after all, the focal point of some of the most compelling storylines in recent memory. His reign was marked by intricate narratives, complex character developments, and an undeniable connection to the audience. But the question now is whether WWE can recreate that magic without him. Who can rise to become the next cornerstone of the company, capable of carrying the torch that Reigns so firmly held? Despite all the changes, the legacy of Roman Reigns will undoubtedly endure. He is forever etched into the annals of WWE history as one of its greatest champions. His contributions to the company, both in terms of his performances and his influence behind the scenes, cannot be overstated. Even if he is no longer part of the locker room, his legacy will continue to shape WWE for years to come. For the fans, this is a bittersweet moment. An era has ended, but the memories remain. The thrilling matches, the intense rivalries, and the emotional storylines that made Roman Reigns a global sensation will forever be a part of WWE's history. His departure marks a new chapter, not just for him but for the entire company. In the end, Roman Reigns' journey is one of triumph, sacrifice, and family. His time in WWE may have come to a close, but his legacy as one of the greatest to ever step into a WWE ring is secure. The reality of his absence may sting now, but as with all great legends, time will turn the sorrow into appreciation, and his contributions will be remembered for generations to come. Roman Reigns may no longer be in the WWE locker room, but his legacy will never leave it.